Let's do a little role acting here, okay? You're in front of a group of about 50 or so people. These are newly awakened humans. Something happened in their life. They're just starting to awaken. You know what that's like from, 10, 15 years ago. You know that level of kind of naive inspiration that, oh my God, look what I've discovered. Now, here you are, as you are today, as beings coming into mastery, or gone through some of the tough times. What are you going to tell them about this journey? What sage, wise advice are you going to give them?
Don't listen to anybody else. Listen to yourself. Enjoy life. Do what you want to do when you want to do it.
The first thing that I think is very, very important is to love yourself. I say that first because my second thing, you got a hell of a road ahead of you.
It's all going to work out. It's all going to be okay. Your humanness is not responsible for your enlightenment, your awakening.
I think the thing that helped me get through the most was that you can't make a mistake.
Allowing the I exist, but not only just allowing the I exist, but feeling the I exist within you.
You guys, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna release a lot of things that you've been carrying on for lifetimes upon lifetimes upon lifetimes. It's gonna hurt. So I suggest you take care of yourself. Make sure you exercise, eat really a lot of live food, a lot of water, and love yourself. Go dancing as much as you can. Don't sweat the small stuff. And have some fun.
Yeah.
Life is a beautiful experience if you allow it and can just be with it. And when you do that, your true I am immediately is always there for you.
The Adamus teaching a class of newly awakened students is going to be a little bit different, as you could imagine. Number one, you're all the newly awakened. Number one, there is no going back. Forget about it. It's too late. You should have thought about this earlier. You are so screwed. I wasn't going to say screwed, as somebody said. I was going to say you are so into awakening now. Screwed. That's my point number one. My point number two, any semblance of yourself is going to be obliterated, crushed, pulverized over these next 5, 10, maybe 20 years. Get over it. What you're going to go through is going to turn you inside out. It's going to put you in face-to-face confrontation with your own demons and dragons. Mm. It's going to be a nightmare. And each and every one of you will come through this. Each and every one of you will eventually come to your mastery. The first thing you're going to notice in the master sense, and some of you already have been, the very first thing is the disorientation in time. It could make you nauseous. It could make you absolutely feel like you're falling apart, that you have no reference points anymore. And it could absolutely make you feel like you're going crazy. Let that be okay. When you start feeling absolute disorientation, vertigo, no spatial relationship, I mean, like you've never had before, be okay with that. Suddenly you realize, hey, this time-space thing, which is really a part of the whole plasma projection onto Bonn and all the rest of that, your reality, this whole time-space thing was a big trick in a way. This time and space are like the water, the warm water in a nice pool, just waiting for you. You could float around there for a long time It's a big pool of potentials. If a tree falls in the forest and there's nobody there to hear it, does it make a sound? In order for anything to be real, to exist, to manifest, consciousness has to be present. If it fell and you're not there, there's no consciousness there, does it make a sound? No, if you're not there. And I use that as an example of also saying, in the master's sense, get over the fact that you have to hear it. It's the presence being there. Does a space exist without consciousness? Without consciousness? Are there dimensions that are out there that have never been necessarily visited or been to by soul beings? Do they then exist? This is the master's form of the tree and the sound in the forest. If consciousness has never been there, do all of these other dimensions exist? The answer is no. Consciousness has to be present for anything to manifest, to become real. Otherwise, it does not exist. And I bring this up because the next thing you're going to realize with the master sense, you're going to dimensions, you're going on journeys to places that do not exist. They are called the no place. They don't exist. Nobody's been there. And you're going to be going there. Generally on individual journeys, generally by yourself. It's going to be so damn confusing for the mind. It wants reference points. It wants the river of time and space. It wants definition. It wants something. And you're going to be going there in what I call this ineffable presence. Undefinable. Even especially to the mind, undefinable. And I'll tell you right now, just as you were lecturing the awakening students before, now I'm lecturing to you, the masters, it's going to feel strange and beautiful at the same time. Let's take a good deep breath with that and realize that to add even more confusion to it, you're going to be experiencing it simultaneous to what you would call your river rat self. You're going to be experiencing it simultaneous to driving down the street, driving to the grocery store, putting up with traffic, thinking about your kids, what has to be done later in the day, your bills. It's going to be happening simultaneous in the ineffable presence. And that's when you take a deep breath and say, I am so into my master sense.